Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I've been gone for a minute. I know, I'm so sorry. I've been reading the comments. I'd be like, where are you? Where's your debt update? But you guys, back in June, like the last week of June, I was put medically off. And so what that meant was that for the month of July, I was not working or receiving any income. I'm technically still off. I do return back to work in like mid-August. But I didn't want to post anything for July because one, I'm claiming disability because this is a personal injury, and life, every time when something like this happens where my finances just become unstable, mentally I'm exhausted, I become depressed, I become so and unmotivated that I'm just like, well, what am I supposed to show the people? No paycheck, no income, and touching my emergency fund already gives me anxiety. But by the way, I'm so happy that I have and that I never touched to begin with, because that's what I've been living off of, like my emergency fund. That is what's paying my rent. Just this past week, my disability got approved, my short term at work got approved, so I'm finally gonna get paid for all the time that I was missing, but it's gonna be retro pay. So basically I'm gonna get catch-up paychecks in the month of August, I'm thinking. But it's been a hot minute that I'm just basically, that's all I can explain. Yeah, I've had no income for July. I've been living off my emergency fund, and trust me, that is very scary to see your savings go down instead of up. Now, am I glad? Sorry, and by the way, it's like 95 degrees in LA, so I'm hot, I'm sweating. So if you notice that, I'm so sorry. But if I turn on that AC, quality of audio just goes down. But yeah, for July, I didn't even pay off debt. Like literally, I have no income, and I'm not gonna use my emergency fund to pay off debt. I'm just gonna pay the minimum for my card that I have. Luckily, it's not a lot. Luckily, it's just that one Amazon emotional spending card that I have and have had for a minute since October after I started using it. But that's the only debt that I have, and I have not touched it. The only balance that has gone down is the minimum payment. So not much of a debt update there. And luckily, the only thing that I've had to pay is rent, electricity, car insurance, internet, and then just have to worry about gas and groceries. And it's been a stressful kind of month, which if this doesn't even like make sense, but like when I'm kind of stressed like this, I will tend to spend money. It's not good because I'm like, girl, you are supposed to be on survival mode. What are you doing? You're just hurting yourself. But for August, I'm hoping that it turns out better. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and set it up, because I'm telling you, for the month of July, my budget planner has been dusty, crusty, unused, and just been given the stink eye, side eye, and it's like, like my desk looks like a depression desk that needs to be cleaned up, which I will do. So this is motivation for me to do it right now. And I'm going to set up August, because July, don't even look at it. It didn't even exist. Did not exist. But August, I'm going to set it up today, like that I actually start the month properly, because all month long, I have not looked at anything or even set up a calendar to know when things are supposed to come out. The only thing that I do know that I have to pay like manually is my internet and my rent. Everything else is on auto pay, so it is what it is. And when I need gas or groceries, I swipe my debit card, and yeah, I just look at my bank account and I'm like, okay, there's some money in there, we'll use that. And that's literally how I've been running my life all of July. August, it's basically still gonna be just my emergency fund, because I'm not sure. I think EDD said that I'll be paid out every 2 weeks, so maybe this upcoming Friday I'll get paid again, and then maybe my short-term disability will pay me out. I don't know, one has to pay me out, and then I won't get a full paycheck after I start working, and I'm pretty sure that will be like in 3 weeks. So August, I'm just really relying on emergency fund. I'm literally just gonna do that. I'm hoping for September I catch up, like honestly, because I need to catch up on saving for rent. And I'm thinking October I would be solid on my finances and ramping up that debt payoff. So until then is when I will really start getting into it. So for now, this is gonna be survival mode. I'm gonna set up my monthly budget, and that's it, because I have no clue if I'm getting paychecks or when they're coming in or when I'm gonna get anything. So I'm gonna set up my monthly budget. That is basically it. That's basically it. The only good thing that has come out of this leave of absence, because I've been placed in medical leave, is I have not had to be outside in this heat. I'm inside. And even then, I'm being stingy with my electricity. Like, I barely turn on my AC. Like, if I can be on a tank top and shorts and just ride out this heat inside my house, that thing is not turning on, okay? My lights stay off, my door stays open, and I'm just like, if and when I do, like when at nighttime I can't sleep in the heat, I will turn on the AC. It's just like, I'm pretty sure my bill for August is going to be astronomical. But I'm still stingy with it, so I'm still being stingy with what I do in my day-to-day life when it comes to like not racking up so many like bills that are high. But that's the only thing that's good come out of this, is that I'm at home. I'm not hurting like my neck or my back. I'm recovering, which is, thank God. I've had so many like medical appointments this month, and I'm still not done. But it's been great because I didn't have to be out in this heat. Lord, can you imagine sweating out like nice attire and you still gotta go to work like that? No, thank you. But anywho, enough about that rambling. There's all that's been going on with my life, and I'm gonna go ahead and flip you guys around and set up my August calendar. My August stickers are out. September will be out shortly as well, because I'm gonna use graphics that I think I used for 2 years ago on October, because it was like so fallish that I loved it, that I actually want to reuse it this year, because I feel like that's how September is gonna be, like fall leaves and stuff. So that might come out just pretty soon. Maybe like by this Friday it should be up, because I really did love the graphics for that month and I want to use it again. And then other than that, October won't be too hard to think of, because I feel like I want to go Halloweenish, because believe it or not, you guys, like my apartment, I don't know if you can see, it's like decked out already in Halloween stuff, and it's barely July. Okay, it's barely July. I have a whole rack of mugs full of spooky mug stuff. So I'm a Halloweeny girl, so I might go Halloween theme for October, since I never have. But anywho, I'm rambling. 8 minutes in. Let's go. Let's flip you around. Let's set up August. And pray for me, because I don't like the survival mode. I don't like touching my emergency fund. I don't like any of it. But I have to do it, because that's the reason for it. It's like you save, but you don't want to touch it. When you do touch it, it's kind of guilt feeling. Well, I can't feel guilty, because it's literally keeping me alive. Keeping my bills paid, keeping my shelter, everything going. So we gotta do it. Anywho, if you want to see how I saved, or what I saved for my emergency fund, I'll link it up above here or here. I forget where the card's up, or down below in the links. And tell me, how was your July? And how hot it's been in your town, state, city, because 95 degrees is hot for me. And I'm in LA. I'm used to 70s, 60s, 80s, you're pushing it. 95, I'm melting. Some people live in the hundreds. Gross. No, thank you. Enough of me rambling though. Let's flip you. Let's flip it. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. Okay, so here is my planner. It's a bit dusty, including the desk, including everything on here, because I have literally not looked or touched or done anything with this planner. So we take a look at June. This is where everything was happening. Everything was going great. And then, like always, July, I fell off. Like, I just fell off because, you know, I wasn't working, zero income coming through, and no one wants to just deal with a month that's already stressful as it is. So yeah, that's how July ended up. There was pre-planning done ahead of time, but you know, it is what it is. However, when it came to August, I realized that when I make these videos, I do a lot of leg work. prior to filming, and I had not done any of that. So what ended up happening is I did my calendar off camera, because I was like, oh, what is it that I actually have to pay and everything, because I'm telling you, for the month of July, I just was like, okay, it is what it is. Whatever's on auto pay is on auto pay, and I think there's like 2 items that are not on auto pay. Those the only things I had to worry about. So this month I actually set it up pretty nice and neat so I can know exactly what is going on for the month of August. And I really love how the August colors came out. I'm like, it's summer, it's hot, and I'm like, I think of watermelons, I think of lemonades, I think of ice cream and just bright skies. So I thought like the stickers correlated perfect for this heat that we're in. And I went ahead and laid down everything for the month. So I have my rent here already that is due, that I already paid. My natural gas bill, it's so low, it's $2.70, because my California climate change or whatever credit finally got depleted. I have my 2 what do you call it, subscriptions on here, and that is Spotify and Discovery Plus. And I just realized I haven't put Planet Fitness on here because I still haven't canceled it, but I'm planning on going today in person to cancel it, so hopefully I don't have to pay that anymore. I do have my health insurance, which is Kaiser, that I have always due on the 5th. My phone bill, and then my credit card that I owe, my electricity, my car insurance payment, and my internet. That's usually all that I owe. These are supposed to be the potential paydays that, you know, if I was working, I would have gotten paid. However, these are, I think this is the only one that I may or may not get, which I doubt, because I think a new pay period starts on Saturday to Saturday, I think, or something like that. So I might only get paid for like 3 days, maybe, potentially, who knows. But anywho, this is looking like a wreck when it comes to paydays. And then as for events, I do have family coming in from Chicago. I do have my Taylor Swift concert this weekend, and then we do have a Disneyland trip after the whole blackout dates are gone, and then a Dodger game. So that is all that's going on for August. It looks pretty busy. However, bills wise, it's not that bad. It's actually not that bad. But the only income that I really will be working with is my emergency fund. Now, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is set up my monthly budget right here. And this is just basic routine for me by now. Like, I already know, like, everything that, you know, is due. Nothing new, nothing unexpected. So, you know, this one's always the easiest to do, even though this is the thing that I procrastinate the most to set down. So I'm going to go ahead and lay this down. Now, I realized when I was doing my own stickers that I forgot to swap out the decals for orange. So mine are going to be purple. And fun fact, I don't like the color purple that much. It has to be like a specific kind of shade for me to like it, but it'll do for now. So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and lay down the income that I'm expecting to work with this month. And like I said, the main one that's gonna be paying everything is my emergency fund. It's literally the one thing I have been working with all of July. So that's the main one. And then my EDD did get approved, so I might get that dispersed to me as well. And then my short-term disability also kicked in. So for work, I don't know exactly what this does, but I was just sent that it was approved. That's that. And then maybe I will get paid one time for my work. So I'm gonna go ahead and put salary. Technically, I'm not salary, I am hourly, but that's how I distinguish one from the other. Now, the only reason why I'm not putting erikalifevlogs as an income for that is because I did not also work in July in regards to what erikalifevlogs is. I didn't post any videos. I don't think I even worked on orders. I did come out with August stuff, but other than that, all of that income, nothing for July. happened, like, at all. Like, I was not working at all. And I know I had seen some of your comments saying, hey, where'd you go? What's going on? And that's basically it. I'm on medical leave, and I start work in August, which is going to be pretty soon, which I'm excited because it'll take a lot of the stress away from, like, income for me. But I'm forecasting that I won't be stable until October. I feel like September will be like one of those catch-up kind of scenarios, and then October I'll back into a more like grounded version of what I used to be with my finances and my income coming in. So what I'm going to go ahead and do for this section is I'm basically going to write down everything that you guys saw in my calendar. So all these bills, I'm just going to start laying them down. And I will be right back once I have all of that set. Okay, so here is how my bills look like for this month. So my rent, like usual, is $1,400. Spotify is $9.99. I have my Kaiser health insurance, that's $161.90. My phone bill is only $57. My debt is from Amazon credit card, which is my emotional spending card, which is how I always refer to it, with a minimum payment of $146. My electricity is not that bad, even though it's been in the hot months. It's $65.39. I'm pretty sure my bill for September will be a lot higher. And then car insurance, it did go up this year. It went up to $149.16. My internet also went up. I think they said that they were augmenting it to $10. So it used to be $69.98, and I just added $10 to that. So I'm guessing it's $79.98 this time around. And then my subscription, which is Discovery Plus. So that's what I'm working with as for bills. So I'm going to go ahead and add that up and see how much that is. So it looks like for bills, I am at $2,076 with 41 cents. So this is what's going to keep me housed and everything. And then when we go to this section I'm being more lenient and less, what do you call it, picky about, because August I'm not going to be how I was in July, where I'm staying at home. I'm going back to work, so my gas budget, my food budget are going to be somewhat different. Usually when I go back to work, I spend more money on gas, and then most of the time I'm not cooking and I'm doing takeout, which is also kind of bad, but can't blame myself for it. So I know I'm gonna have gasoline, but I'm still doing like $27. Let me see, times 2. I'm gonna say 110 for gasoline for the month, because my job is nearby me, so I'm not really spending that much. It just depends on the frequency of how much I drive. So I'm gonna put it at 110 for the month. As for food, this one, to be honest, it's all over the place. I really don't put too much thought into my food category anymore. I felt like it was one area that I would set an amount and I would just blow over it and not really care, and it's like, well, it's food, I'm gonna eat regardless. So I'm gonna ballpark it at $320, and that can be completely above of what I'm gonna spend or below, depending, you know, on me. But yeah, those are the two categories that I really basically have, and nothing else. I think I used to put food, gas, and unbudgeted, but at this point I've learned that with my budget, if it's unbudgeted, it's still gonna get put in a category no matter what. Like, it's gonna fall into a category, and the money is gonna come from somewhere, you know? It's gonna come from somewhere. Exactly where, I do not know. So this category for now is gonna be $430. And I'm going to leave it as that. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to add the miscellaneous part, and that is for all the events that are going to happen that I'm unsure of how much it'll cost. I know for sure right now I do have like a zoo kind of outing that I want to do with my mom, and I'm thinking that's $50. So I think it's like $25 a ticket. The Taylor Swift concert stuff, that's already paid. I think the only thing I have to pay is for like parking and drinks. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that at $140. And then I know we have Disneyland also on there. And Disneyland, all I usually pay is parking, and I've learned to not spend so much there, but you never know. So I'm gonna set this at 100. The Dodger game, my part of the ticket was already paid, so I'm gonna set my expenses at $80 when it comes to that nonsense, and I'm gonna leave it as that. These are gonna be all my miscellaneous adventures or whatnot. Now I do have family coming over, however my dad had said that, you know, he would cover the cost if I would just take them, so not too worried about that. But if we do something with my family that's coming in, then yeah, I'll figure that out later. Now, before you guys say like, oh, you're not making any income, how can you have all these plans? Well, everything's already prepaid. Okay, my concert ticket was paid since last year. I don't know if you guys remember that whole scandal with Taylor Swift and Ticketmaster. Yeah, I don't know if it was last year or like back in January, but that's when all of this was paid for. Disneyland, I have an annual pass, so I don't pay for a park ticket. I literally just pay for food and parking. The Dodger game, like I said, that was already prepaid. The only thing that I have to pay right now is the zoo with my mom, and I already have that saved on the side. So yeah, that's how this kind of miscellaneous category happens with a person who is on a weird schedule for nonsense. But anyhow, I'm going to write down everything that I have here. So income, which is basically unknown at this moment. Bills, my expenses, cash envelope category, and then miscellaneous. So for the month of August, for the month of August, I'm also not going to concentrate on debt. I have, like I said, I'm working with my emergency fund, and I'm only going to deal with this bare minimum that I have to. And we're not going to concentrate on debt. I am putting a pause until probably October. I'm not kidding you guys. Unless some unexpected income comes my way, I'm not going to touch my debt besides the minimum payment, because I'm just unstable overall right now, and we're not going to do that. So $2,076.41 for bills, $430 for cash envelopes, and $370 for miscellaneous, which means I need a total of $76.41 plus $430 plus $370. Total income of $2,876 with 41 cents to make this a zero-based budget. And basically what I'm going to do is probably pull out $3,000 from my emergency fund, dump it into my bank account, and use that to cover all of this. And yeah, you guys, that is how my monthly budget looks like. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm gonna come back and film my debt update just so you guys can see my numbers. It hasn't changed, it really hasn't, from June, so it stayed the same. I'm only paying the minimum. However, when I pay the minimum, the interest kicks in and it basically acts like I'm not paying a minimum payment. So it's a poison that, you know, you have to just deal with for the meantime. But yeah, other than that, this is how the calendar looks. So beautiful, so bright, so summery. And if you're interested in any of my stickers, you can find them on my Shopify at erikalifevlogs.com. This is where I sell all of the stickers that you see on here. Everything that you see in this planner is mine. And then the planner itself is an Erin Condren Frankenplan A5, but you can find this exact same planner in a 7x9 on their website, and I'll leave the links down below. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this. So sorry for such a late upload and after being gone so long, but I'm hoping to start August in a better, fresher mindset than it has been since the past month. Okay, I love you guys, and I'll check you guys in my next video. Bye!